Mix 106 movie reviews with our Mix 106 movie critic, Willie Waffle, every Friday. Here you can hear it. This week there are two movies. Willie did not get a chance to see Sicario, but he did get a chance to review Matt Damon in The Martian.
Ben Affleck's dreams have come true. Matt Damon has been sent away to a distant planet all by himself.
All right, now I have remembered two previous movies about Mars, and both of them were okay, but neither one of them was great. Are we going to see a change finally?
You're seeing a massive change here. You're seeing a big, big change, and gratefully so. I am grateful to director Ridley Scott for putting together a pretty darn good movie. You know, you've got Matt Damon playing one of like 6 or 7 astronauts on this mission to Mars when all of a sudden a massive storm hits. They have to evacuate the planet in a hurry, and a piece of debris hits Matt Damon. They think he's dead. The only way to save the rest of the crew is to leave him behind. So they do. But he's alive. Uh-oh.
I can't even imagine waking up and going, oh, my God, they left me.
Right. You're like, hey, guys, where are you?
I think that happened to me when I was little, and my brothers and sisters would leave me, but that was very scary when I was little. I can only imagine when you're on another planet.
Oh, gosh, it's an amazing movie. It's so much fun, and that's the part that surprises people. It's fun. You know, Matt Damon is kind of cocky, and he's kind of confident, and he's kind of a wiseacre, as we used to say back in the day. And that's what makes the movie interesting, because he is kind of talking to the audience. You know, he's making video logs, because that's what an astronaut does, and so we're hearing his thought process. He's engaging with the audience. He's showing you that, he's in over his head, but he's also, trying to do everything possible to solve the problem, because, well, what else can you do? And that's fun to watch. It's fun to watch the amazing cast here. Jessica Chastain is the head of the astronauts. Chiwetel Ejiofor, the guy from 12 Years a Slave, is the head of the Mars mission. Jeff Daniels is the head of NASA. Even Kristen Wiig from Saturday Night Live, she's the PR person for NASA. So you've got this great cast in an amazing situation. One of those situations, and this is why the movie resonates, one of those situations where everybody in the audience can go, what would I do?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and that's what always sets a movie apart. If you are engaged like that, if your head is in that game, you're going to enjoy the movie. I think you're going to love the emotion, but you're going to love kind of the spirit a lot more.
Well, and especially in this day and age where we have people training right now for Martian missions.
Yeah, I mean, this could be a reality soon, like in our lifetime, maybe. And that's kind of amazing to see. Yeah, I'm saying 4 waffles. I think you got a real winner here.
Do you know how long it's been since you gave a movie 4 waffles?
It's been a little while.
Wow.
But I got a feeling things are getting better. When you see this, I'm excited. Next week, it's only playing on IMAX theaters this week, but next week it's going to play in all theaters. The Walk with Joseph Gordon-Levitt, about the guy who actually walked a tightrope between the 2 towers of the World Trade Center back in 1974. I'll tell you how excited I am for this movie. I'm driving an hour and a half tomorrow to the nearest IMAX theater so I could see it.
Really?
Yes.
See, now when I saw the previews, I'm going, how can they make a 2-hour movie out of a guy walking across a tightrope?
Oh, believe me, it can be done. It can be done. Matter of fact, there's a really great documentary that was based on the story called Man on a Wire or Man on Wire. Fantastic. And you're going to just be blown away by the story and everything that goes into it.
All right. So this really is starting to be the early part of Oscar season now, where it used to be they just dumped everything into October.
Yeah, that strategy has changed, and a lot of it changed a couple of years ago when Ben Affleck had Argo out. And Argo was a movie that came out in October, and it was great. And people went, wow, everything else was trying to measure up to it and wasn't. That kind of happened a little bit last year with Birdman. Birdman kind of came out. It was like kind of in over the summer and then kind of nationwide into the fall, and other movies had to try to live up to it. So I think you're going to see that more and more. You got the Tom Hanks movie coming out in a couple of weeks. You're going to have a bunch of other movies coming out a little bit earlier than usual, and they're avoiding kind of that Oscar hype so they can surprise you with how good they are and get in the race that way.
Well, and we've kind of talked about this, that Hollywood, I think, overthinks it by releasing movies when they think people have more time to see movies. But if you have a good movie, people will find it and they will go.
Right. I mean, people are are going to find The Martian this weekend. It's going to make a ton of money, and people are going to talk about it, and they're going to love it.
All right. What do we have next week?
Next week we have The Walk, and we also have Pan, yet another Peter Pan story.
This is only about the 23rd one, so
I know. It better be pretty darn good.
All I can say is you're going to have hard time topping Robin Williams' Peter Pan movie. So
you really are.
All right, we'll talk to you next week, Willie.
All right, talk to you then.